This is MergeWords, the creative party game about making up new words. And of course it goes far beyond this basic premise, and I'm going to show you how in this video. We're going to explain each of the 4 standalone versions, each of which can be played alone or in combination with any others, which is fun. So we'll see what's in the box here. I'll use the original edition first to explain the premise of the game. So, in the most basic form, we are taking word cards and combining them to make a new word called a merge word. For example, crumbs plus equalizer, I can make crumbleizer. And now I'm going to tell the table what that means. And I'm going to say a crumbleizer is someone who seems to get crumbs everywhere, no matter what type of food they're eating. Once each player has had the chance to create and present their merge word, we need to decide who has the best merge word, and there's a few ways we can do that. The most popular way is the judge-based system that a lot of party games use, and the judge will rotate each round. We know the drill. If you're not a fan of that, we also have a group voting system. Either way, you're going to choose the player with the funniest or cleverest merge word, give them a victory token. Which are the blue ones. Now these yellow tokens are assist tokens, which can be given to players who meaningfully contributed to the winning merge word. Maybe they used it in a sentence or gave an example and it made it funnier. These kind of help encourage collaboration. They're worth half of a victory token. Now, one very important role in this game is the role of the choose-sider. The choose-sider is a player who both chooses and decides. Here's what that means. If you're playing a judge-based system, they can be the person who choose the winner that round. Now, the deciding is where a lot of the creativity comes in. The choose-sider decides on the rule set or the criteria to be used that round. Here's what I mean. They can tell the rest of the players how many cards to draw or what type of card to draw. And most importantly, how to use those cards, okay? As the choose-sider, do you want players to come up with a new band name, a movie trailer, a specific type of product? Do you want them to tell a story with their word cards? The possibilities here are limited only by your imagination. Speaking of types of cards, that is where, largely, each version of the game differs. They each have word cards, but on the backs they have something unique. So the original version on the backs has prompt cards. Prompt cards help direct or guide what a player's merge word should mean or how they should present it. For example, if I have this prompt here, a new alien technology, my crumbleizer could now be an alien weapon that crumbles things that it touches. And as the choose-sider, of course, you can decide if we're going to use prompt cards. Maybe all players use the same prompt card, right? Again, it's kind of a do-what-you-want type of game. I should say it's a very much do-what-you-want kind of game. We're going to move on to the Philosopher Edition. The Philosopher Edition has word cards like they all do. These ones are expression-themed word cards, so they lend themselves very well to making new, wise sayings. Let's make our merge word here, practice lightning. So you can also do compound words like this. Practice lightning is great advice for any up-and-coming wizard. And on the backs we have proverb cards, which we can also combine to make new pieces of wisdom. I'm going to say, don't bite the fire that can't feed you, which is also great advice. And I think this is a really, really fun way to easily make funny things, even if you're not feeling super creative. All right, moving on to the Horror Edition. This looks creepy, but really it's a very light horror theme, which you'll see. Of course, this one provides horror-themed word cards, which we can use to make our merge words as usual. For example, moonlight and screaming. We get moon cream, which of course is a cream that werewolves use when they go out in the moonlight to prevent wolfing out prematurely. Right? And then the other fun thing about the horror edition is we have on the back monster cards, which are parts of monsters that we can use to build hybrid monsters. And there are lots of fun ways to incorporate this into the game. Maybe you want to build a monster and have other players try to defeat it. Maybe you just want to put together some cards and see who can build the best monster. As with everything else, the possibilities are nearly endless. And lastly, we're going to take a look at the Sports Edition. In some ways, this one has kind of the most going on with it, but we'll give you the brief rundown. Of course, it has sports-themed words that lend themselves very well to making new sports terms. Let's make ourselves a new sport here. We have surfing and taekwondo. We're going to make surfquando, which is where we fight each other while we're riding our surfboards. And on the backs, we have really fun challenge cards. These are simple tasks that players complete using only the components of the box or common things you can find around the house or wherever it is you're playing, so it can still be played anywhere. Some of the challenges are solo challenges, as indicated in the top left here. Some are 1v1 challenges where you compete against another player. Some are everyone versus everyone challenges where you're competing against the whole table. And some are team versus team challenges where you compete with other players against other players. The important thing here is that when a player successfully completes a challenge, they receive bronze medal tokens, which we can use in a betting system that we have implemented, which is really fun and gives players a way to win extra tokens, even if they're not necessarily the most creative. So again, there is a lot you can do with this game, and those are only some of the most basic things, and we hope you check it out. Thanks.